It doesn't get much worse for a tradie than having your ute and tools stolen, only to find them for sale online. When it happened to Stephen, he turned investigator, along with his very determined mum.
When you know your children hurt, you hurt too.
You don't have anything to say to these people.
But he's just going to chase me up the street.
Everyone has a story about themselves or about their mates that have had their tools stolen.
It's frustrating. I'm angry. It's financially crippled me.
He's the hard-working tradie who has turned detective with the help of his mum. Together, Stephen and Denise have spent the past 4 weeks trying to get his beloved ute back, which vanished from the driveway of his home. The single dad doesn't want to be identified for fear of retribution.
It was pretty hard, to be honest with you. I just completely collapsed and passed my phone to my boy.
The Ford Falcon ute is worth around $20,000 and is the glazier's only transport to carry out his work. Without his car and tools, he's been forced to work night shifts, defitting shops to make ends meet.
A single father working hard and working for a lot of years, never been on the dole.
That was my life. It's my livelihood. That was everything. At that point in time, it's just, to me, everything just come to an end at that point.
Mum Denise isn't shying away from speaking out to help her son track down his ute.
Nobody deserves for somebody to come along and whip that out from under them.
48 hours after the ute was stolen, Stephen started trawling social media and uncovered a post advertised on Gumtree which appeared to be his ute. So he reported it to police. While it didn't show photos, the description matched his vehicle.
So I've actually contacted the fella and made out as if I wanted to buy a door panel off him.
The seller quickly responded, sending through this photo.
Is that the colour you're looking for?
It's a bit hard to see clearly through the screen. Can you send a clearer picture?
Then, after a few messages back and forth, the seller stopped replying.
At that point in time, he's obviously realised that either that was too obvious to send through or he's realised who I was.
That's when Mum Denise stepped in to try lure the seller by inquiring about a ute tray he also had for sale, and it worked.
Would you take $100?
Nah, not even close, sorry. Worth a lot more. $500 or nearest offer.
What about $400?
Yeah, okay.
He's dropped the price again to $300, asking me if I'm still coming to get it and when do I want to pick it up.
Trying to turn the tables, the pair relayed the communication to police in the hope it would lead to an arrest. But police told them it was too high risk for them to be directly involved.
On multiple occasions, they've asked me to set him up and push him off. And then they just keep delaying it.
We've had ample opportunities to have done a citizen's arrest, I guess.
Then a breakthrough. Stephen's ute was allegedly captured on CCTV at this service station only days after it was stolen. This police report revealing the unidentified driver made off without paying.
At that time, my ute was still drivable.
Most heartbreaking of all, Stephen's ute is uninsured and within days it was for sale online in parts, a situation Stephen and his mum believe could have been avoided had police acted sooner.
It's frustrating. I'm angry. It's financially crippled me when they had the opportunity to get my ute back when it was drivable so I could continue my work.
He's done the right thing from the word dot with the police. He's not taken it into his own hands. And what's he got in return? Absolutely nothing.
The seller is identified on social media as Beau Shepherd. It's alleged he has several Facebook accounts and pops up on buy swap sell platforms for the Ipswich area. Since we began investigating this story, there's been a dramatic development, with police carrying out a raid and arresting Beau Shepherd. He's now facing court. Beau Shepherd has been charged with 1 count of receiving tainted property and 1 count of attempted fraud.
Beau? Jess from A Current Affair, how are you? We'd just like to have a chat with you.
Straight from the watch house with his charge sheet, Beau Shepherd is caught unaware by our cameras.
You've been accused of a ute and selling it online.
I didn't steal a ute. I didn't get accused of stealing money.
Have you sold items online?
From parts I bought.
And where's the vehicle come from?
Friends and work colleagues that have done whatever they can to help Stephen have said a lot of people they wouldn't help, but he is so trustworthy.
Do you have anything to say to them? You don't have anything to say to these people?
Well, he's just going to chase me up the street.
Absolutely. There's parts that you're currently selling. Where have they actually come from?
Them parts that I sold, they come from that I bought off some other...
While Beau's case is yet to go through courts, the allegations are a reminder of the risk of shopping on social media.
What you're seeing now is where they used to perhaps go down to pawn shops or the cash converters, etc., and get rid of stolen items. Now they're getting rid of them on platforms like Gumtree and Facebook.
Criminologist Terry Goldsworthy.
It's just another avenue for people to engage in criminal conduct and enterprise. So anyone who's going to go onto these platforms, be it Gumtree, eBay or anything, needs to ensure that they take relevant steps to protect themselves. And that means, trying to ascertain if the goods are stolen or the goods are fit for purpose.
Before it reaches that stage, tradies can now protect themselves through an app. Founder of Tool Protect, Gail Neville, says it's as easy as taking photos of each item and creating a virtual toolbox.
If your tools are stolen, you just go into the app, call the police, tick which tools are stolen out of the virtual toolbox, and everything's ready. The emails will go to police and insurance companies.
I hope to God that nobody else has to go through what he has gone through and is still going through for no fault of their own. It's just not fair.
You're right about that, Denise. It's not fair. One of Stephen's friends has kindly, though, chipped in $800 towards some new tools, but it will still take some time for Stephen to get back on his feet, and we wish him all the best.